One of the most misunderstood parts of basketball is the whole concept behind the bag. So many players want to have a bag, but they don't understand what it is. So let's get to the details of it. First, you're going to need to understand how to create separation. The better you can create separation, the better and easier your shots will be. But none of that matters unless you have great fundamentals and you have the ability to shoot the ball. See, what you have to understand is a lot of what a bag is fundamentals stacked on each other. Change your direction, being able to finish with both hands, being a threat to attack the paint at all times and finish only enhance your bag. The more of a threat you are to go downhill, the easier the game becomes and the more the defense has to react to every single move that you do because you are a constant threat. And the last thing you're really going to have to understand is counters. When someone beats you to the spot, what do you do? How do you react? What's your reaction speed like? How do you build reactive counters that will be able to help you out? We'll get into it. But first, we have to talk about the most important part of your bag, fundamentals and shooting. If you have the ability to knock down shots, that causes the defense to have to play up, therefore making you a faster player. Now, this play is an excellent example of how shooting opens up the rest of your game. He has to pick him up by the logo in a transition opportunity because he knows that Steph Curry is such a great finisher, which opens up that driving ability and makes it be an easy finish for Steph Curry. Shooting is so important and it's not valued enough for players who want to be more creative. When you're able to shoot well, it ends up being a lot of closeout opportunities. Players end up off balance trying to guard you, and that allows you to attack the paint easier. Especially if you're a player that isn't the fastest, you're not the quickest, you're not the strongest, maybe you're like a Rob Dillingham. You need to be able to shoot the ball at an extremely high level. That opens up your entire game and allows your bag to really show. The next thing you're going to have if you want to be a more dynamic player is have the ability to drive and finish. And for this, athleticism does help a lot. Let's look at Stephon Castle, who is one of the best performers in the Summer League. He puts so much pressure on the rim consistently, which makes defenders afraid to get up close to you. This is the balance and the give and take between driving and shooting. You can see Rob Dillingham driving, and he has a lot of different finishes at his disposal. He has a lot of skill set. You can see the hook extendo finish there. These are things that you're going to have to build over time if you want to be a guy who can finish at a high level. But it all depends on your athleticism. Stephon Castle is more athletic. He can go right into the chest of opponents, draw fouls with his strength, his physicality, which opens up wide open shots like these because people are afraid to get too close to him. Whereas Rob, they have to play him close because he's such a good shooter. And now he has to work on spin moves and the different variations to help him create drives situations. And you have a guy like Zion who doesn't need any moves. Like, once again, he's a freak athlete with the ability to get downhill with his strength and physicality, going off 2 feet, drawing fouls, and punishing the defense. You don't need a huge bag when you're this physical, this athletic, and have the ability to move your body like Zion has. But like I said before, each bag is different and each player needs a different bag. So if you have the ability to attack and finish, that is the most in creating separation. Now, Paul George is an absolute master at this. He has one of the biggest bags in the NBA. You'll notice with each step he does, he's selling a drive, which makes the defenders shift their body. Right here, you can't tell if he's driving, he's shooting, and that's when he decides to pull back because he recognizes that there's enough space there to do what he needs to do. And you see right here, he steps with the left foot, he backs up Draymond just enough, and now he's knocking down the shot. One of the best things you could do if you want to bag too is get low and drop your hips. This is something Paul George does exceptionally well, which helps him sell moves so much better. He's always on balance. You can see the right foot selling the drive before he pops up and hits the open three. Those are things you need to master. How well do you sell a drive? And you can see right here, he sells the first drive going right, but then right after that, he sells a second drive. This one looks like he's going downhill no matter what. Look at his shoulders, lower than the opponent, beautiful. And then he pops up for a pull-up. Now, this is another time when you see a 6'10" athlete. He's so low to the ground right now. He's able to touch the floor. His knee almost touches the ground, which allows him to stop faster than the defender. And then he pops up, creates all this separation before he knocks it down. That is one of the things you absolutely need to change directions and change speeds well, is to have the ability to get low. It helps you change directions. It helps you be on balance after shots. And here, once again, look at his shoulders showing drive. That helps him sell. He creates space off of that and knocks it down. Doing moves is not all about the speed of the move. It's about how your feet works with your handle that works with your body. So you have to also show drive with your feet, show drive with your shoulders, and then you can separate and make as much space as you possibly need. But these are skills that are needed to be able to have a huge bag. Now, you might not need all of this. The better athlete you are, the taller you are, the more you're able to just go downhill. But if you're not the best athlete in the world, you need to make sure you can get low. This is so impressive to me. Having being 6'10", once again, he touches the floor on this move before he creates the separation and hits a big time bucket. Take your time, do isometrics, get used to being in low positions, and that will make you have such a better bag and have you to create optimal separation. Now, how do you train this? Well, you can check out our other video where we talk about how to work out like a pro. This is the last step in making sure that you can react and counter all your moves. Yes, you need your reps. Yeah, you need to do your micro skills so that you have the handle and can just make wide open shots. But this is the last step. Reactionary work. So get a partner, get a friend with a long stick that can contest you, make it difficult, maybe grab you, be physical, so that you can get used to making quick decisions and reads. This ups your confidence when you go to a real game. This gets you used to being tired and changing directions, because a lot of people don't understand how tiring it is to be as low as Paul George is at all times. It's extremely tiring. The only thing that with someone that all physicality are with extra length, but you need no rest. So much for taking the opportunity to learn from us and also watching our videos. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. We'll help you so that you can get